Hi, I'm Ekta Sehgal, board member Samachar 24 Plus and senior anchor. With me is Vishnu Muralidharan, an author. Congratulations for your book Temple of Hope. So, what do you have to say about your book, Vishnu?
Okay, so the book is all about the journey of a common man and how the challenges we all face in our life and how we can overcome that challenges through this path of spirituality, through the banks of Ganga, Ma Ganga, and through Varanasi, and how we can self-purify ourselves away from the human beings to some like isolated places in the wilderness of Himalayas, and finally coming as a purified human being, understanding the purpose and meaning of our life in this world, and to make it into reality. So this is the nutshell of the book, The Temple of Hope.
Wonderful. What got you to Varanasi?
What made me to Varanasi, right? Because Varanasi is one of the oldest cities in the world and the spiritual capital of Hinduism and India. I believe that it is not only the spiritual capital of India, it's the spiritual capital of world. Because this city is the oldest, that means that it have a lot of influence for the people who travel to India. Because we know that there were many Vishwavidyalayas in India before the colonization happened to India. I believe that there were more than 7.5 lakhs of Vishwavidyalayas, including Nalanda, Takshashila, Vikramashila, in which students from across the world, from Europe, from Rome, from Greece, from China, Huansang was one of them. So they were talking about the glory of Indian culture, the glory of Indian civilization, and these were residential universities. Now I am living in Europe, I am studying in Europe, so when I go for conferences and presentations, I am saying that, okay, I am proud to say that I am a student of Kavanas Technological University, but at the same time I can say that I came from a country which had a heritage of Vishwavidyalayas or world universities. So I believe that one day India will also revive to that stand of its glorious history, reviving the universal education system and thereby trying to educate not only India but the world.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. I think India is going to be the next education hub. So, a little bit more about the book. Any experience that you had which made you change some pages or change some things that you wrote in the book?
It didn't make any changes in the book, but it influences a lot the experiences which I got. For example, the Varanasi and Ahori Baba, this was my real life experience. So it helped me to formulate that idea and to make it into a fiction. And my life in UAE, for my 2 years I was working in an insurance sector in UAE, the hard life situation. So I was comprehending these things, and it also helped me to write up like in a more realistic manner how these things are happening in the world and how this can change the mindset. So the only fantasized version in the book without a real life experience was in the wilderness of Himalayas and the foothills of Nepal, because I never went to Kathmandu, I never lived in the jungle for 1 year, not even for 1 day. So that is my imagination and that is the dreams which make me to those places. So I was visualizing those places in my dream and then thereby narrating it. So one time when I was narrating and visualizing, it didn't give me much insights on the real experiences, like how to point it very factually. But the next day when I had a dream again, then I was able to rewrite that paragraph like you said, how you rewrite. Then I visualized the tree, the lake nearby, and how he was living in that cave and everything.
Absolutely. I think as an author, I can understand that, sometimes you're not happy with what you write and you do visualize it in your dreams. So, one last question now, Vishnu. What is your message to the Aam Aadmi? Because your book is about a common man, but how he goes through the ups and downs of life and eventually, through the path of spirituality, brings in hope and gets back to his family, his children. What do you have to say?
Okay, so my message to Aam Aadmi or to the common man is that don't feel that you are done, your life is done, there is no hope for you to go forward. Always believe that we only can survive in this world, in this human form, only if we have a hope. Without hope, there is nothing going for future. So if you lose hope, just believe, take some words from the book in spirituality, and it can help. So like without any sufferings, we all are just materialistic, looking at the spirituality in a materialistic format, giving some offerings to God. But when you are really upset, emotionally down, you take to the spirituality from the sincere heart or deep from your heart. At that time, you look spirituality in more meaningful and concrete manner rather than abstract manner.
Wonderful. So thank you so much for speaking to Samachar 24 Plus. मैं एकता सहगल, senior anchor and board member, और कभी भी आपको कोई तकलीफ हो, टेम्पल ऑफ होप की किताब उठाइए और पढ़िए और अपनी ज़िंदगी में बदलाव लाइए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।